they used to tell you that oatmeal was the best way to start the morning. Sounds reasonable, right? It's warm, easy to eat, and has been associated with a healthy breakfast image for decades. But here's something not many people talk about. After age 60, a simple bowl of oatmeal could be quietly harming your muscles. I know that might sound strange, but think about it. Every breakfast sends a signal to your body, either a building signal that fights muscle loss or a destructive one that accelerates muscle breakdown. If you're only fueling your body with a low-protein bowl of oats, your body might actually be pulling amino acids from your muscles just to power you through the day. And this is where the real issue shows up: age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. It doesn't happen overnight, but it gradually eats away at your leg strength, makes stairs more challenging, and increases your risk of losing balance. That's why, in today's video, I want to share with you a breakfast that's simple yet highly strategic, one that protects your muscles and helps keep your legs strong for many years to come. 2. The real problem after 60. Once you hit your 60s, your body no longer responds to nutrition the same way it did in your 30s or 40s. One of the most important changes is something called anabolic resistance. Simply put, in the past, even a small amount of protein was enough to trigger muscle-building signals. But now, your body needs a higher and clearer dose to flip that switch. If your breakfast consists mainly of carbs and lacks sufficient protein, your body enters what's known in medicine as a catabolic state, meaning it starts breaking down muscle to stay energized. In other words, the very muscle tissue you've spent decades building can be withdrawn and turned into fuel. This is a big reason why many people feel their legs getting weaker with age, get winded climbing stairs, or experience nighttime cramps more often. What's more concerning is how silently this process unfolds. You might not notice it right away, but day by day, week by week, your muscles shrink little by little. By the time you do realize it, it might be too late, because once muscle loss accelerates, your risk of falling, breaking a bone, or losing independence skyrockets. I always remind my patients, sarcopenia isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's a preventable condition if you know how to fight it. And the fight begins with breakfast. 3. Oatmeal, good, but not enough, is almost equal to 2:00, 3:00. I'm not denying that oatmeal has its benefits. It's warm, easy to eat, high in fiber, and has been shown to help lower cholesterol. For many people, a morning bowl of oats brings a sense of reassurance. It's a habit tied to the image of healthy eating for decades. But here's the issue. Oatmeal is almost entirely carbohydrates. A standard serving only provides about 5 to 7 grams of protein, far too little for a body over 60 to even hear the muscle-building signal. Think of your muscles as a construction site. To get work started, you need a loud, clear whistle. Oatmeal only makes a faint sound, not enough to get the crew moving. So what happens? After eating, you feel full for a little while, but that energy spikes quickly and then crashes. By around 10 a.m., many people find their hands trembling slightly, their stomach growling, or they feel sluggish and craving something sweet. Not only does this make the day feel harder, but it also pushes your body into withdrawing energy from muscle tissue just to keep functioning. In other words, oatmeal can be a good side dish, but if you make it the main star of your breakfast after age 60, it's a risky nutrition strategy. 4. The solution: eggs plus cottage cheese plus greens. So the question is, if oatmeal isn't enough, what is the ideal breakfast for a body over 60? The answer is surprisingly simple. Just 2 eggs, half a cup of cottage cheese, and a handful of lightly sautéed greens. It may sound ordinary, even a bit modest compared to a big stack of pancakes or a heaping bowl of oatmeal. But this combo is actually a strategic trio for protecting and rebuilding muscle. Eggs provide high-quality protein along with leucine, an amino acid that acts like a switch to trigger muscle growth. Cottage cheese adds casein, a slow-digesting protein that delivers a steady stream of amino acids into the blood over several hours, keeping your body in a muscle-building mode instead of breaking it down. And the greens? They might seem like a simple side, but they offer a mineral cocktail: magnesium to reduce cramps, potassium to regulate heart rhythm and muscle function, and vitamin K to strengthen bones and joints. What I love about this recipe isn't just the nutritional numbers, it's the balance. You've got fast and slow proteins, healthy fats from the olive oil used to sauté the greens, low glycemic carbs from the veggies, and maybe a few berries if you like. The result is a meal that keeps you full longer, stabilizes your blood sugar, and, most importantly, sends a clear signal to your body. Build, don't break down. That's why I often call this a strategic breakfast for anyone who wants to step into their 60s with strong legs and a body full of vitality. Key ingredient 1. Eggs. Eggs have long been considered the gold standard of protein, and for good reason. Few foods are as simple and effective. Each egg contains about 6 grams of complete protein, meaning it provides all the essential amino acids your body needs, ready to be absorbed. The most important of these is leucine, an amino acid that acts like the whistle on a construction site, signaling your body to start muscle repair and growth. Without leucine, the body won't hear the signal to build muscle. With just 2 eggs, you get around 12 grams of high-quality protein, plus other valuable nutrients like vitamin B12 for the nervous system, choline for memory, and lutein to protect your vision. These aren't just minor details. After age 60, memory, eyesight, and neurological health become just as important as muscle strength, and eggs, with just a few minutes of prep, can support all 3. I remember one of my patients who used to have only black coffee and a slice of toast in the morning, thinking keeping it light is better, but she often felt shaky and tired by mid-morning. After simply adding 2 eggs to her breakfast, she noticed a real difference in just a few weeks. No more morning dizziness, and her energy levels became much more stable throughout the day. Eggs aren't expensive, and they're not a trendy superfood, but it's precisely their simplicity that makes them a rock-solid foundation for starting the day, especially for a body over 60. 6. Key ingredient 2. Cottage cheese. If eggs are the whistle that kicks off muscle construction, cottage cheese is the steady supply of building materials that keeps it going throughout the morning. What makes this cheese special is its casein protein, a type that digests much more slowly than whey or the protein found in eggs. That means instead of delivering a quick burst that fades fast, cottage cheese drips amino acids into your bloodstream gradually, keeping your muscles fed for hours. This is a major advantage for anyone over 60. After a long night without food, your body wakes up in a near muscle-starved state. If breakfast is all carbs, that state doesn't get reversed. But with just half a cup of cottage cheese, you're not only stopping muscle breakdown, you're shifting your body into an anabolic mode, where repair and rebuilding can happen. Many of my older patients worry that high-protein foods might feel heavy or hard to digest. But cottage cheese is much gentler than red meat, easy to eat, and rarely causes stomach discomfort. On top of that, it's packed with calcium to support bone strength, making it a double win when paired with protein to protect both muscle and bone in a single meal. I often tell my patients, don't think of cottage cheese as a side dish. It's your long-term supply line for maintaining strength, especially important when age naturally makes it harder to preserve muscle mass. 7. Key ingredient number 3. Leafy greens. Many people think of leafy greens as just something to round out the meal, but in reality, they are a critical link in the muscle-building breakfast formula. Leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, arugula, or Swiss chard contain a mineral cocktail that the body, especially after 60, desperately needs. Magnesium in greens helps muscles contract and relax properly and reduces the risk of nighttime cramps, a common complaint I hear from many older patients. Potassium keeps the heartbeat steady and supports the nerve signals that control smooth muscle movement. Vitamin K plays a vital role in strengthening bones, helping lower the risk of fractures from falls. And let's not forget the antioxidants. They quietly reduce chronic inflammation in the joints, the kind that causes morning aches in the knees, hips, or lower back. One small but useful tip: when you sauté greens with a little olive oil, your body absorbs fat-soluble vitamins much more effectively. No need for anything fancy. Just a quick stir-fry of a handful of greens is enough to deliver a solid dose of essential nutrients, aid digestion, and make your breakfast feel lighter and easier to enjoy. I often tell my patients, leafy greens at breakfast are like a silent assistant, quiet, but absolutely vital. They don't just round out the nutrition. They help keep your entire muscle-bone cardiovascular system running smoothly, laying the foundation for sustainable muscle growth. Why this combo stands out. At first glance, This may seem like just a simple breakfast: a couple of eggs, half a cup of cottage cheese, and a handful of sautéed greens. But look closer, and you'll see that it's more like a custom-designed formula for the body after 60. Eggs deliver fast-absorbing, high-quality protein, a powerful wake-up call for your muscles after a long night. Cottage cheese, on the other hand, releases its nutrients slowly, keeping amino acids steadily flowing into your bloodstream for hours. Leafy greens round out the combo with essential minerals, vitamins, and anti-inflammatory compounds that keep your bones, joints, and muscles working in harmony. When these three elements come together, your body doesn't just receive a clear muscle-building signal. It stays in that building mode throughout the morning, instead of flickering on and off. Another reason this combo is superior: balance. Unlike many popular breakfasts that are loaded with fast-digesting carbs, which spike your blood sugar and leave you crashing later, this meal keeps your energy stable and sustained. You're less likely to feel shaky, tired, or hungry by mid-morning. Instead, you'll feel alert, grounded, and strong, whether you're walking upstairs or taking a stroll in the park. I always tell my patients, this isn't a fancy breakfast, it's a smart nutritional strategy. It's a way to turn every morning into an opportunity to fight muscle loss and preserve your strength as you age. Keeping it fresh, simple variations to avoid burnout. I get it. No one wants to eat the same thing every day, no matter how good it is for you. Eating well should still be enjoyable if you want to stick with it long term. The good news is, the egg, cottage cheese, greens combo is incredibly versatile and can be customized in many ways while keeping its core nutritional value intact. If you're used to boiled eggs, switch things up with sunny side up or scrambled eggs with a bit of mushroom, onion, or bell pepper. Just adding a few different veggies can completely transform the flavor and keep things exciting. Cottage cheese can also go sweet or savory, depending on your mood. Some mornings, try mixing it with a dash of cinnamon and a few berries for a light, dessert-like twist. Other days, pair it with tomatoes, cucumbers, and fresh herbs for a bright, savory option. Your greens don't have to be spinach every day either. Swap in kale, Swiss chard, arugula, or even something simple like steamed broccoli or lightly sautéed zucchini. Each one offers a different mix of minerals, broadening both your palate and your nutritional intake. And if you want a touch of modern flair, sprinkle on a spoonful of flax seeds or chia seeds. These tiny additions add fiber, omega-3s, and anti-inflammatory benefits, not to mention a pleasant crunch and nutty flavor. The key is to keep the framework intact: high-quality protein from eggs and cottage cheese, mineral-rich greens, and a little healthy fat for balance. Beyond that, feel free to get creative, so every breakfast can be both nourishing and genuinely enjoyable. Still love oatmeal? Here's how to upgrade it. I know many of you have been loyal to oatmeal for years, and the idea of giving it up might make breakfast feel dull. The good news? You don't have to eliminate it completely. Instead, learn how to upgrade your oatmeal so it's no longer just a bowl of carbs, but part of a more balanced meal. For example, instead of a bowl of oats with banana and honey, try stirring in a scoop of protein powder or a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese. Or simply eat a smaller portion of oatmeal alongside 2 eggs. This way, you still get that warm, comforting feeling of oatmeal, but now with enough protein to flip your body's muscle-building switch. What you want to avoid is turning your oatmeal into a sugar bomb. That is, topping it only with ripe bananas, brown sugar, or sweet syrups. That kind of recipe can spike your blood sugar and then cause it to crash, leaving you tired, more prone to fat storage, and accelerating muscle loss. If you want to keep oatmeal in your routine, just remember, it should be the side dish. Protein needs to be the main event on your breakfast table. What I want you to take away is this: breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach. After 60, it becomes the first signal of the day, a signal that determines which direction your body will go, toward building or toward breakdown. If you start your morning with empty carbs, your body may have to pull protein from your own muscles just to keep you going. But if you begin with a breakfast rich in high-quality protein, your body instantly shifts into build and repair mode. Every morning is an opportunity to tell your body, stay strong, keep my legs steady, give me more years of health, independence, and vitality. And sometimes, the difference between those two paths comes down to a very small decision: choosing the right food to start the day. So tomorrow morning, I encourage you to try this simple recipe. 2 eggs, half a cup of cottage cheese, and a handful of lightly sautéed greens. It's affordable, takes little time, and yet it can transform how you feel throughout the day, from stronger legs to a clearer, more focused mind. If today's message helped you understand your body a little better, please give this video a like. That's the simplest way to let me know this knowledge made a difference. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can continue to walk this journey with you, bringing you practical, science-backed solutions to help you stay healthy, active, and confident well beyond 60. And I'd love to hear from you. What does your current breakfast look like? Are you ready to try the eggs plus cottage cheese plus greens combo tomorrow? Leave a comment below with the keyword new breakfast so I know you're starting this journey with me.